Hey friends, it's been a while since I filmed, so bear with me. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing the Pride book tag. It was created by Common Spence. First of all, if you haven't seen his videos, who are you? What are you doing? Go watch them. He's amazing. The video is amazing. He goes into the history of the Pride flag, and if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it because it's great. But I'm gonna be doing that tag today. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Also, I'm very mad with myself because I have to do laundry, so all of my Pride rainbow merchandise, clothing, I don't have any right now, so I guess the yellow will have to do. You know what, yellow is a very happy color, and when I think of Pride, I think of happy, so hopefully this works. Anyway, let's get into the questions. The first category is red, which stands for life. Name a book with a spirited protagonist, totally proud of who they are. Someone who gives you life. For that question, I've chosen Robbie Breeze from the book Grasshopper Jungle by Andrew Smith. This book is about a boy named Austin and his best friend, Robbie, and they accidentally start the end of the world by creating 6-foot grasshoppers that only want to reproduce and eat. That's not all this book is about. It's also about learning who you are, learning your power and stuff like that. So I chose Robbie because throughout the book, Austin is really struggling with his sexuality and who he is, and he doesn't understand what's going on. Robbie is his best friend, and Robbie is gay, and he's 100% proud of that and comfortable with it. It has nothing and everything to do with his character, and he gives me life. He's like one of my favorite characters ever. He's so unique. I don't know how to explain him. Like, he's unlike any character I've ever read about before, and he's just so like himself unapologetically, and it's just amazing. Next category is orange, which stands for healing. Spence wants us to name a book that made you, as the reader, find a deeper meaning or catharsis in your own life. For that, I chose none other than They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I think everyone knows what this book is about, and by the title, you know it's very sad. This book is set in a future where the day that you're gonna die, within the first few hours of the day, you get a call telling you that you're gonna die that day, so then you get to get your affairs in order and live for your one last day. Throughout this, we get to explore so many themes, and the theme of regret comes along a lot because Mateo, who is one of the main characters, he suffers from anxiety, which has held him back a lot in his life, and he really regrets it. And for me, someone who has anxiety, it really just hit home for me. I related to everything Mateo was saying or thinking, and it was just so insane. It is such a wake-up call for me. If you have to deal with anxiety, you have to deal with anxiety, but you can't let it hold you back. Which, this book, I was crying within the first chapter because you can feel it so much. Mateo regrets so much. He doesn't get to have that someday where he's a better person, where he doesn't have to deal with this anymore because it's over. Next is Yellow, Sunshine, a book that fills you with so much joy it could brighten even your darkest day. And I chose for this The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed, which is one of my favorite books of 2018. I know it came out in 2017, but I read it this year, so whatever. It's about this group of girls who form a group called the Nowhere Girls in order to get justice for a girl who was raped and nobody believed her, and she was basically ridiculed out of town because nobody believed that she was raped by these very influential people in their town. I chose this book not because the topic makes me happy, because it doesn't. The fact that rape and rape culture is so prevalent in today's society pisses me the fuck off, but it's a beautiful story about friendship and women coming together to make a change in their community, and it just makes me so happy to read about. And there's one of the cutest female romances in this book ever, which is why I chose it for this tag, because we're not fucking with straight books for this, obviously. Next is Green, which stands for nature, a book that is set out of this world, a reality different to our own. And for that, I chose More Than This by Patrick Ness. More Than This, I think you could say it's set in this society but in the future, but it's completely different. It follows a boy named Seth after he dies by suicide, but he doesn't die. He wakes up in his childhood home, which he hasn't been in 10 years, and nobody else is around. and he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, and it's insane. Read it right now. No one talks about this book, but it's absolutely amazing. It's like one of the best sci-fi books I've ever read, and Patrick Ness is like the best. Yeah, it's amazing. And Seth is a gay protagonist, so we love that. We love a story about a gay character that isn't about them being gay, but also is, because sexuality, although it doesn't define you, big part of your life. Who knew? Next category is blue, which stands for peace. And that question would be a book where one character finds peace with a difficult truth. I chose Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. This follows a friendship between Aristotle and Dante, and it's beautiful. It comes over a couple of summers. There's really no plot to this, which normally pisses me off, but we love these characters so much, it's okay. It's in the point of view of Aristotle, and it just follows him through his life, explores his friendship with Dante, obviously, but also his relationships with his family, and he has to come to terms with his relationship with his dad and his brother, and, of course, his sexuality, which is why this is my choice. But it's just a beautiful book. Aristotle is such a beautiful and complex character, and I just love to read about him, and I've read this book like 5 times, and every time it gets better. And also the audiobook, voiced by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and like for some reason, even though, don't kill me, I don't know how old he is, 35, 40, 35-year-old man, has the perfect voice for Aristotle, and it's perfect. Read it, listen to it. I mean, you probably have, because this is a freaking classic, but yes, we love her. The last category is purple, which stands for spirit, a book that deals with LGBT themes and religion. Okay, I don't even know if this book deals with religion. I can't remember, but it's The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. This follows Monty and his best friend Percy and his sister Felicity as they go on a travel of continent. It takes place in, sorry, let me just check. It's the 1700s. Sexuality is not very talked about in this time, but Monty is bisexual, and his father finds out. I'm pretty sure he has a fit over it because of religion, so that's why I chose this, but I really don't read very many religious books. Just wanted to talk about this because Monty is the most beautiful disaster I've ever read about, and I love him. Like, I hate him. I want to punch him in the face sometimes because he's so freaking stupid, but I also love him. And Percy is a beautiful character. He's so, like, sweet and understanding, and he, like, puts Monty in his fucking place. But the main reason I wanted to talk about this book is Felicity, who is Monty's sister. She's a little genius, and she's asexual. Not in so many words, because this is the 1700s, and it's not talked about, and I don't think they had that term then. She is asexual, and this is the first book I ever read with an asexual character in it, and I mean, actually, it's the only book I've ever read with an asexual character in it, and honestly, when I read it, I started crying because it's just so beautiful, and like, as someone who's asexual, I was like, girl, I relate. Like, I'm not making any sense, but like, just representation, when you see yourself represented and you like relate to that shit, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. And anyway, this book also is just amazing and fun, and like, we love all these characters. That's it for the Pride tag. Thank you for watching. Go watch Spence's video because he's amazing. Go subscribe to his channel because he's so creative and all his videos are so great, and I could listen to him talk forever. He just has so much enthusiasm, and we love him here. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye!